Okie dokie, we're playing more Brighter Shores. Gonna be gaming with my cousin today. That's the plan, anyway. Hello? Hey, so are you done with the tutorial? Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna click on this character. Alright, I'll... Ooh, invited. Oh, that's you. Yeah, I added you as a friend. Okay. Where are you still in the training ground? Okay, you have to leave the training ground and then like go back into it to see people. Yeah, and I'm also here. I'm the pink. Yeah, no, my other character and my mom's character, they match. It's fun. They both have blue shirts and brown pants, and when we get armor and stuff, we'll uh put it on. Like we'll actually wear it around, so it'll like. And then since we both premium, eventually we're able to dye our stuff, so that way we can customize whatever color we want. As far as I've heard, I have not gotten to the point where I can dye my own things, but I found the place where I can do it at. I just haven't gotten to the point yet. Okay. What skill do you want to work on? What are we gonna do? I'm excited. Okay. Alright, so I'll teach you a few things. A few helpful things I wish somebody would have told me. Things somebody should have told me. The forager skill leads to everything else in some way, shape, or form. Level 20, like the AFK skills lead into the other AFK skills, but you have to do foraging. Like, for instance, to AFK fishing at Dab, you have to be level 20 in fishing. But to get the bait, you need to be level 26 in foraging. And it's also an AFKable thing. The guard skill can be trained completely alone and by itself. The chef skill can be trained alone, but also all the other thing, the fisher and the foraging lead into the chef. Like in terms of ingredients, because you can forage like potatoes and then fish up fish. Like certain fish are like trophy fish that you sell to fishmonger. You passed him in the tutorial on Eel Street, and then other fish are food fish, ingredient fish. So let's go to Stone Street. I'll show you the kitchen. So actually, I'll show you here on Stone Street. This guy right here, Kevin, that guy sells ingredients. So that's how you start. Like that's who you shop for ingredients. So that when you need an ingredient, if it's not a fish, you come to Kevin. And then this is the Delectable Dab restaurant. It's a nice little place. And then this is the kitchen. And the recipe book thing should have just popped up for you because it just popped up for me. Oh yeah, and you have to like discover almost everything. Actually, I think if you just click one of the cooking stations, it like reveals that everything in this room is some sort of cooking station. As a chef, to start the chef, and then right over here, the level 9 thing in the middle, the chef's bounty board. The way that works is there are 4 bounties that appear on the board, and you can hold up to 6. And they refresh every hour. And if the bounty is on the board when it refreshes, it resets it, like it gets rid of that bounty and replaces it. If it's in your pocket, it doesn't. So you could save bounties you like by putting them in your pocket. Like I'll pick up 4 bounties like right before the refresh, do 2 of them, and then pick up the other 4, and then do all 6 type of stuff. Is that a free basket? I don't mind if I take a free basket. There's and then you've already been in the alchemist shop, so I don't need to take you over there. The tools. So to start fishing, you have to buy a spear. To buy a spear, you need 12 silver. Cooking is a good way to make profit, because the first couple of recipes, you have to buy the ingredients from Kevin and then cook them up. But once you get to sausage and mash, you have to start. You don't have to. You can buy the potatoes, but you can also forage them and save money, live better, forage it yourself. The spear we buy it at Mel's Fishing Supplies. It's in the town square. I don't know the names of every map. I only know the names of some of them. I'm also going to buy the fishing spear because the first fish are trophy fish and you can kind of start making the money back. And then it teaches you about equipment after you get your first piece. And it teaches you what is hands down my favorite thing. And my ideal difference between this game and RuneScape is that equipment doesn't take up a slot in your inventory. It goes in the professions tab. It's there now. You have it. Good job. Proud of you. Pat on the back type of thing, you know? That you actually have to carry it around. It's very nice. And then to fish, we have to go back to the beach. That's where we can get our first fish. The eels are level 2 fishing. So you can tell the level of something with the number next to it. Which this map is I wouldn't call it tiny by any means, but it's small enough to be like easily traversable and like I have it down packed in my memory banks now. Like I don't get lost very often anymore, but also I got lost for like the first like 12 hours before I learned it. Over there's the Hooked Hand restaurant. We just passed it. It was on our right. To our left is the Little Lucy ship. I just tell you these names because those are both places that you would have to deliver recipes to, and I did not know where they were because I hadn't found them yet. And then over here's where we can... No. So things that attack you will attack you on sight. And usually if you walk into a room with things that will attack you, only like 5 or 6 players can fit in that room. Because enemies in this game are actually shared, like resources, like these flounder that we're about to go fishing. There are 6 flounder spawns, and you have 6 flounder spawns, and I have 6 flounder spawns, and they're actually like separate. They're kind of coinciding, but they're not like I can get 6 and you can get 6. But when it comes to enemies, there are like usually 5 enemy spawns or something like that, 4 or 5, and we can each fight one. But they are shared between instances of the game. So like enemies are shared between the public of this game. So you have to kind of take turns a little bit sometimes when there's a lot of people in the room trying to fight the same thing. Or, you know, you just keep taking your turn. You know, if you want to share, be nice and share. Or you just be faster than the guy in front of you, know. I don't have to be faster than the bear. I just gotta be faster than you type of stuff. I personally like to fill up my backpack full of the thing I'm doing before I move on to doing another thing. Because your backpack has limited space and you have... Oh my gosh, I'm carrying 2 potion regions in my bag, so I'm actually not even able to fill up my bag doing this current thing. Because even as I say it, I'm not fall practicing what I preach. I forgot I had... What do you have? As I, as far as I know, the cabbage is absolutely useless. I saw the cabbage. I picked up a cabbage, and I was carrying a cabbage for longer than I'd be willing to say. But I've found no use for the cabbage other than taking up space. But I'm glad we're in the same boat. Yeah, you could probably just drop the cabbages. The baskets though, and like the bottles and the things that go on your tool belt, those are fun to get and find and use. And there's shops that you can buy them from. I will typically just buy them, and it usually is 2 silver for a stack of 100 of any of those things. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I could pick up the one, or I could just kind of consider it part of the process and pay 2 silver for it. And so there's things later on that you'll start like just kind of passively earning silver at like 10, and then when you level up more, like 14 at a time, and it's like, okay, 2 silver for 100 bottles doesn't feel like much at that point. You know what I mean? But at first, paying 12 silver for a spear feels like it rips my heart out. And then, did you talk to Robin before you ran off from the training grounds? To do your bow training? Yeah, you have to be a level 15 guard to be a bow guard. There's does that I don't think it does. I think oh no, we have to be at least level 10 guard. That's what the pretty much requirement is. Not so much, but there's a little quest that you can do that gives you a ton of guard XP. I usually use it to like right before I get to 15 to close the gap. Yeah, my pockets are full, so I gotta go to Fishmonger to sell all my flounder. And then I leveled up enough. And you probably leveled up enough too, to go fish eel now. And then your total. So if you look at me, you'll see that the number 6 is always under me right now because my total level is 6. It shows your total level at all times. And then if you click the community tab and your friends or no, that's not it. What is the button? It's nearby players, and then you find me, and you click info on me. And it tells you like you don't have a faction yet. Your guard level is 2, and your equipment is lower than it could be. And like mine is similar. Oh, Fishmonger. I ran right past him. I have a habit of forgetting what I'm doing and running away. That's already worth 1/4 of the spear. Like I said, I have a couple of reagents that I need, or preparations in my bag that I need to whip up into potions. I've got to run back to the alchemist to do that. Yeah, so is fishing where we can go on, keep fishing? Do you want to learn about every little thing? I mean, I know you know how to, you figured alchemy out. Ooh, yeah, I sold those fish so I could buy some bottles from the alchemist. So I could make these reagents into potions. Yeah, so we need to do a whole bunch of, I would say we need to do a whole bunch of foraging, but the problem with that is that we need money to buy the tools. So we could do a whole bunch of fishing to get the money. Huh? Oh, you gotta go? Okay. Okay, yeah, just let me know when. I'll hop back onto this character and play more with you on it, so I can be about the same level as you while we play. Or I could just hop on my high level character. Like, it doesn't make much difference. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Well, that was fun. Played with my cousin for a minute.